welcome back to Faithful You, the Faithful You Knitting podcast. Sorry it's been a while. I've been busy all summer and I've not had much chance to get over and say hello to you. I haven't been doing much crafting, and I think that's really the reason for me not being around is I just haven't really had anything to show you. I've had nothing to talk to you about, and the summer just seems to have come and gone. We had a problem with rats at the back at the bee place, and I've had to redo my garden and try and get organised in the garden to try and get rid of any rats' holes and nests that may have been in the garden. I've just seen one out the front as well now. I thought they'd all gone, and I've just seen one out the front, so I think I need to take the dog around the trees and the garages that are around the front and see if I can get rid of them. But I've got a couple of things to show you today. I've got a few thoughts to share with you about my craft projects. Can't get my words out about my craft projects. I've got plans for this room and plans for the Vlogmas shed at the bottom of the garden. And I've also got a new sewing space in the house. So in the winter, I'm going to be doing a few sewing and craft projects. I want to make myself some new clothes. I want to make some hats, some headscarves for my head, because I've started wearing scarves a bit more on my head. And you know, it's the end of August and it's freezing, really cold here. I'm back in a scarf. I can't believe it. It is, I think it's about the 20th of August. I don't know the date. You know, I'm terrible for dates and days. But yeah, I think it's about the 20th of August and I've got a scarf on and it is cold. It really is cold. So what I thought I'd do today is I thought I'd just show you a quick look at some of the knitting projects that I've had on the go. Well, not knitting projects, craft projects that I've had on the go. I've had a couple of crochet projects, and now I have 3 crochet projects that I want to show you because I've not really been doing much knitting. Do you know, that orange top that I was doing, the vintage one, is in the naughty corner because the amount of times I've re-knit that, and I'm no good really at doing holes in knitting. I can never get the holes in the right place. And I was following the pattern thinking I was doing a really good job. I've got it all the way up to here thinking, oh, I'm going to cast off now. Looked at the pattern and didn't realise I needed to decrease a stitch at either side of the top, and I hadn't done that. Sorry, I thought I heard something in here. Anyway, I hadn't done that, so I've had to rip it all the way back down to where it starts for the armholes underneath, and I've had to start knitting again. I've only knit the front, I haven't knit the back yet, and I'm getting to a point where I'm thinking, you know, I don't even want to carry on with it, I just want to undo it and do something else. So it's in the naughty corner because I do want to wear the top. It's a lovely vintage 1940s top, and to any of you who follow my other channel, Wildwood Cottage Diary, you'll know that I'm doing a wartime challenge over there, and I'm doing wartime cookery and things, and I dress the part. I've got my tabard on, I've got my apron on, I wear my hat, my headscarf, 1940s land girl look, and yeah, I really want to get that top finished so I can wear it. Really, it seemed to be a bit that's better. So yeah, I really want to get it finished, so it's in the naughty corner. I'm not going to undo it. I put far too much effort just into the front, so I may just do the sleeves and leave the back. The other one that I was doing, the tank top that I was doing, I've undone it. I've lost weight, I've lost a stone this year, and it's too big. I'd done the waistband and I was up to starting the colour work, and I thought it's going to be too big. So I've undone it and I've put the wool again in the naughty corner in the bag until I decide what I'm going to do. I do still want to knit it. It's a land girl theme of tank top, Fair Isle knitting. If I can find a picture, I'll pop a picture here for you. But yeah, again, I'm in the process of losing weight. I'm doing a diet, and I don't really want to start knitting something that was potentially going to be too big for me. So I'm going to leave it till the end of the summer, see where I'm up to with my weight, see if my weight levels off. Because I've gone down really since last year from just under 13 stone to 11 stone 2. So I've lost quite a bit. And yeah, I don't want to start knitting something that's just potentially going to be too big for me. So what I've decided to do is concentrate on some crochet projects. I want to make a couple of tank tops for the winter. So I've been working on these. I think I showed you these squares in a previous video. Well, I've got them all done now. And these are the squares. And the inside, this bit, I did in 2017 or 2016, I think, 2016, when I was in the Isle of Skye. And I can remember the cottage we were staying in, and it was overlooking the McLeod's tables, the bedroom. And I used to sit there in the morning and just knit myself, do some crochet and look at the view. So I've done all the squares that I need. I've got this colour as well. So I've got two different colours. I've got the light pink and the cerise pink. And I've just done a border in this acrylic wool that I got from the pound shop, £1 a ball. I've got one ball left. So I've got enough just to do the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a row of 3 and a row of 3. And then I'm going to do one square here, one square at the back, and then 2 squares at the sides. And I think that will be enough. So I've done all these so far. Excuse the noise of the plane. They're all my squares for my top. I've got half a ball of wool left and another full ball, so I've got plenty of wool to finish. So I just need to stick them all together and see where I go. So I've got 12 for the front, 12 for the back, 2 for either side, and the arm ones. And I've got a few squares left if I need them. I can always add some more blue. So that's those. I'm looking forward to wearing that, hopefully before the summer finishes. But it'll be a nice colourful top to wear in the winter with a blouse or a long sleeved t-shirt. And yeah, I'll hopefully have that done for you for the next video. The other thing I've been looking at, I don't know whether you remember these. Well, I can't get the wool. I was going to do the Ariana cardigan, I think it's called. And I can't get hold of any more of this colour because the pound shop haven't had it since last year. And I knew when I bought it I should have bought a few more balls, because I mean, for £1 a ball it's worth it, even if you don't use it all for the project. And I'm kicking myself now that I didn't buy it. So I've got these squares and I've got enough again to do another tank top. So I think for that one I'm going to do like a waistcoat, and I'm going to do it open at the front, and it's going to have 2 panels at the front, a back piece and the sleeves with no sleeves. And I think that's going to be really nice. If I've got enough of the red left, I might do some little cap sleeves, and I think that'll be really nice. So instead of doing the Ariana cardigan, which I was really looking forward to doing, but as I say, I just haven't got enough wool to do it all, so I'll have to do that again at some point. But yeah, I'm going to use my squares. I couldn't find all the squares, so I've only brought you one just to remind you of what I was going to do. But I really like the pattern. I really like how these have turned out, all the different colours with the red. And I think that'll look really nice with a long winter skirt and a nice blouse, or again a long sleeve t-shirt underneath. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So that's my second crochet project. The third one, now this is something that I started. When did I start it? It was around the time just after we moved here, when I started doing natural dyeing quite seriously, really. So it was probably about 2016 that I did these, and it was a dye experiment that I did, but all I got was mucky beiges, and no idea why, but I didn't really get any colours. But what I did was I edged them with some sheep fleece that I'd spun myself from some local sheep around here, and I think these are Zwartbul's fleece. I don't know whether you can see, but all the others, this colour, and this colour, I dyed myself. Now I've got some lovely golden colours. I mean, look at that one, isn't that beautiful? And then I've got a nice cream, 3 different types of cream. I've got this one. Now these were just little sort of samples that I did that I just put into crochet squares. Now if I did something knitted, I could probably get more wool out of it, but you know, I really like the look of them crocheted like this. So what I did was I edged them in white, and I was going to make cushions with them, but I haven't got enough squares, enough hexagons, I don't know, what are they called? You know what I mean. I haven't got enough of these things here. So what I've done is I've taken the white off and I've started doing squares. So again, I'm going to make it into a tank top for the winter. I might do it as an open tank top. I don't know how many squares I've got. But the wool is wool I got off my nan. Now, I must have had this wool, this cream, about 25, 30 years, because she gave it to me when she moved, before she moved. In fact, I think she gave it me before I got married. That's 30 years ago. So yeah, this white here is wool off my nan. So I'm going to carry on using this wool because it's a bit of a sentimental kind of thing. And then I might do an edge of brown all the way around the neck, round the sleeves and round the bottom. I've got plenty of brown, but I just think that'll look really, really nice. So I've still got these. And again, all these are all natural dyed. I mean, they look really nice as the hexagons, but I just haven't got enough. I've got these little bits as well. I'll show you. I've got these little bits as well that aren't finished. So what I've been doing is I've got all these. Now, these are out of my kits that I do with the little weaving looms. They are still in my Etsy shop. And these are colours that I dyed last year. I've got these as well. So what I thought I would do is take some of these colours and pop them with those. If I can find some nice beiges like this mushroom, I think that's beautiful. Now, I think I used pine cones to dye that. Can't really remember. I think I did it as part of no, do you know what it was? It was that conch off the beech tree that I harvested that I did for Vlogtober last year. If I can find the video, I'll pop it in the I button for you. But that was what that was, and it's lighter on the camera, but it's a lovely like a clay sort of colour. So I think that would be really nice. So I'm going to put that with them. What else have I got? You see, I've got a couple of those. I've also got these. Now, these might be rather nice in with that. And I've got this one as well. So that might be rather nice. Oh, I've also got some onion skin left. So that might be rather nice. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up with. I do want to do some more kits. But I need to have a good look through what I've got, put them together. But I've also got these. Look at these beautiful ones. Look at these, aren't these lovely? So yeah, I'm going to have a rummage through all my natural dye box and see what I've got. These ones are balled up to put into kits. So these are going to be in my autumn kits for this year. I've also got some ragwort that I harvested off the roadside the other day. So I'm going to dye some wool with that. These are daffodils that I've dyed with daffodils and dandelion. And then these are onion skin. These are cochineal. That was ivy berries. And again, that's the conch. This was red onion skin. So yeah, I'm going to put them into my kits and get them ready for my kits, ready to get some autumn colours for the shop. So yeah, that's my thinking with that. I really like those colours together, you know. Look at those colours together. So I think they're going to go really nice in my nice muted tone. And maybe a bit of yellow. Nice bit of yellow in there. So yeah, nothing's ever wasted, is it? There's always something to use it for. So I've got a couple of skeins left to dye. I can skein some more up. And we'll see where we go from there. So I'm going to get some kits ready for my shop. I think there is a couple left in my shop already. And I'm going to get these finished and get my tank top finished ready for the winter. So what I quite fancy is just doing the edge of that in white and then doing the rest brown. So it really will bring those colours out, because I think if I do too much white, it's just going to make it quite muted, isn't it? So I quite like the idea of having the brown surrounded by white and then the rest of it in brown. I think that would be really lovely. So that's my thoughts for that. So I was really pleased when I found that, because I've been rummaging through suitcases of fabric and all my bits and bobs, my clothes and things that I've just kept over the years, and I'm thinking, am I ever really going to use that? And then I found this and I thought, oh, I could make that into a tank top. So these extra bits here are going to be what I add these extra colours to, just to finish them off. And then I've got about 20, I think, altogether. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I've got 21 altogether. So that'll be plenty. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo these. I'm going to take all the white off. I'm going to do another white edge around it. And then I'm going to finish it off with brown. And I'm going to do a nice muted tank top for the winter. So that's that. I just thought to group that out and show you that and let you have a look. This is some of the wool I've got left of the white. Thankfully, I left the crochet hook in there. So, yeah, I can carry on with the same size crochet hook. So that's that. I just thought I'd do a little video and just show you a bit of a reminder of things that are going on here, because I know I've not checked in with you for a while. So I'm going to put those with this, so it gives me an idea of the colours that I want to use. And then I've also rooted this out. Now, I lost the wool. Don't know whether you remember me starting this. I think I started it a year ago. And it's an odd pins jumper from the 1980s. I think it's about 85 or 86, the pattern. 84. So I was just starting secondary school when these patterns came out. And this is the back, this colour here. And again, do you know, I've lost weight and I think it's going to be too big, but it's a bat wing anyway. So I don't really think it's going to matter too much. But you know, just trying it round me now, it's going to be right. It's going to be massive. But yeah, hey ho, I'm not undoing it because I've done the front, the back and the sleeves. So I'm just going to have to put up with it. Sorry, I'm not in a war zone. It's just the jets flying over. They've decided to practice when I put the camera on. Right, so I found the wool and I'm going to start again. Just a sec. I found the wool and I'm going to start again. I found the needles and yeah, I'm going to cast that sleeve on tonight and hopefully get that finished by the weekend. And that's going to be my knitting project this week, because I do want to do another one, but not as big. But it's difficult because when you start something, and for me, I don't tend to finish things very quickly. So it just takes me so long to knit stuff. I have got another waistcoat on the go in the house, but I do think that that's going to fit me. But I've also found these patterns as well. I've got this one here, which I found in a charity shop. Again, an odd pins. And this one here. And you know, I want to knit the two of them. And I've got some lovely brushed mohair in my suitcase upstairs. So I think that's what I'm going to knit, that, do that one and do that one. I've got a nice aqua green colour, and I think that one would look really nice in the aqua green. So I've also got some white mohair and I'd like to dye it with some plant dyes. So I'm thinking of doing one of these in that. So that's going to be part of our Vlogtober. I'm thinking ahead of doing Vlogtober. If you're interested, if you are, I'll do a little poll and you can let me know if you're interested in my Vlogtobers. I've done them in the past. I'm doing Vlogtember over on my other channel, Wildwood Cottage Diary. And I thought I would do Vlogtober over here because I've done it now, I think, twice. Last year we did drum carding, the year before we did something else. So I like to do something different. But this year I was thinking of doing some felt, some wet felt, because last year I talked about doing a wreath and making the leaves myself. Well, I've set myself up a table behind me, and that's what I was thinking of doing the leaves. I've got some acorns here that I bought on, I think it was Temu. Now these aren't real, but they look real enough to me. I've got a couple of toadstools, so I was thinking of popping them on. And I just thought that I would put some handspun on it and that I would make the leaves myself. Now I have bought leaves. You can find them on here somewhere. Just a sec. I've got these leaves, and I think I bought these on Temu as well for about £1, and I think you get 100. So I was thinking of making a garland with these for the window outside, under the porch outside the garage. These. So what I thought was I would use that as my template, because they're really naff, really naff. But excuse my dirty nails. But I thought that could be my template for my felted ones. So what I'm going to do is, I've already found the pack. Just a sec. I don't know whether you remember last year, a long time ago now, but I put a pack together of autumn colours for making my leaves, and I found it the other day, and I'm really happy with my choice of colours. So that's what I'm going to use. I've got this comb top as well that I got from Fibre Hut, and this one is merino and it's ruby. And this one is also from there, and this is Highland Glitz Tartan, it's called. So I think it's going to make some really nice leaves. I've also got this red, and this one called Fills It, and it's a proper mechanised wool merino. I think it is 100% new wool, it says. And you can bung that in the washing machine. So that is going to be my colour palette for my wreath. And I'm going to make the wreath as well out of tree branches from the garden. I love that green. Goes nice with the red here, doesn't it? And I love all these pinks and oranges as well. So yeah, that's going to be my colour palette. So we're going to do that through October. And hopefully by the end of October, we'll have a nice wreath for the door, and that's going to welcome people for the autumn up towards Christmas. And then once Christmas is here, I'm going to put my Vlogmas wreaths up with the lights on and the bling and all that sort of stuff, because we're going to do Vlogmas again this year, and the theme for Vlogmas is going to be Christmas presents, and I'm going to make a couple of different things like I did last year. Do you remember last year I made my candles from tree branches? My candlestick that I did. Now that was really nice and really effective. I've got that on the window at the bottom of the stairs in the hall, and it lives there all year, and I look at it and I look at the fir cones and look at the branches, and the branches came off one of the trees in the garden, and I'm going to be cutting that down in height in the autumn. So when I do that, I think I might do another candlestick and do it for a Christmas present. So we're going to do that together, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. So that's going to be for Vlogmas, and we're just going to have a good time, a good laugh, and see what happens as we go. Because you know how I like to just do something fun? Because in the winter, the dark days here, it starts going dark at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon between November and January, and I need liveling up a bit. And it is August, and the trees are already starting to change, and looking out my window here, it's just looking very autumn, and I'm starting to feel like I just want to hunker down in the house, put the fire on and start reclusing into the house and being warm. So these are things I can do at the kitchen table while my husband's at work, because he works full time, and I can just sit with the dog, with our new puppy. He's not so new now, we've had him for 5 months, and do some craft stuff. I'm really sorry, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to do any weaving. It's still there on the loom waiting for me. It's all balled up. I might try and do a little bit of that this week. And I've just been so busy trying to get rid of the rats. I mean, as I say, I've just seen one out the front now running across the car park, and I just don't seem to be able to get rid of them. The dog's had 2. He had one in the tool shed last week and he killed that. But they're still around, and it doesn't matter how much you try to get rid of them, you just can't. And I can't put bait out because I put bait down in the summer, and the dog will eat anything, and it was pink. And I was horrified when I found it. I put bait in the traps, and I went and moved a pallet, and behind the pallet was these sachets of bait. The rat had taken them out of the bait trap and had taken it to where it was sleeping, and it had left them there. And you know, if the dog had found them, he'd have just ate them, and I'd have had a dead dog. So no bait around here at all whatsoever. So I'm basically relying on snap traps and the dog and a homemade bait to kill them. So the homemade bait is baking soda and peanut butter, and apparently that's supposed to work, and it has reduced the numbers of mice and voles as well. But yeah, sometimes I think I wish the stoat had come back, because when the stoat was here we didn't have the rat problem. But yeah, oh, I'm starting to get a bit warm in here now. All my hot air making the room warm. Come out in a scarf and I'm going out in sleeves. Anyway, yeah, that's my moan over. So they're my plans, they're my projects. So Vlogtober is going to be making a wreath. So that's to come in October. I'm not going to do the big massive long vlogs that I usually do. It's just going to do a quick excerpt of me doing these, my thoughts, my plans, and how I'm planning what I'm doing, and we'll just have a catch up each day and see how things are going, instead of all the big long videos I do, because you know, I just haven't got, I've got fluff up my nose, I just haven't got the Wi-Fi for doing half-hour videos every day. So yeah, we may just meet each other every couple of days and have a catch up. But yeah, I just thought I'd share you my plans and my knitting plans and my thoughts for going forward in the season to come. So hopefully when I come back I'll have some finished projects. I'd like to try and come back weekly if I can. But you know me, I just end up going off on a tangent, and the year just seems to go whoosh, and it's gone. So I was looking back at some of my old videos from when I first started. I think it wasn't last year, it was the year before. It was 2 years ago now. I've been doing this over 2 years. And I was full of enthusiasm, and my videos were there every week, and all of a sudden it's bonk. But I am doing 4 channels. I'm doing 4 YouTube channels now. I've got this one. I've got my Wildwood Cottage Diary channel, which is my gardening channel. Excuse me, which is monetized now. And I do recipes on there. I'm doing a wartime challenge 2024. And I'm doing gardening, stuff in the kitchen, recipes, food storage, all that sorts of stuff. Go out on walks with the dog. And then I've got another channel called UK Prepper. I'll put all the links in the description bar. And on there, I'm doing full recipes. I'm doing a juice and smoothie challenge at the moment, trying to get myself fit and healthy and overcome the rapeseed oil allergy, which I'm not going to go into now, excuse me. Yeah, which I'm doing a juice and smoothie challenge on there, and I have managed to lose just under a stone in the last few months. And I've also just started a sort of mindfulness relaxation channel as well. It's very, very fledgling. It's very, very new. I've got 3 subscribers on there, and it's just me going out for walks with the dog, put to a bit of relaxing music, or just the sounds of the waterfall and the wind in the trees and just the sounds of nature. And I just thought it was just a good way to showcase where I live and share with you the beautiful countryside and the peacefulness that it usually is here when there's not military jets flying over my house at full speed, really low, making a really loud noise. So that's it from me for today. I think I've got nothing else to show you. I've got nothing else to talk to you about. Probably have a bit more in the next vlog. I'm going to show you my plans for my room in here, my plans for my room upstairs, and the plans for the shed. I'll show you that in my next vlog, hopefully next week. And hopefully I'll have a couple of projects to show you as well. I am in the process of making another spinning video as well, of spinning that wool that lady gifted to me, and I was doing as a gift to give back to her. I've done 2 parts of that now, and I've got another one to come, but I haven't quite finished the yarn yet, so I'll put that together when I finish the yarn, which I might go and get on with this afternoon. And yeah, I think that's it from me for today. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have, do like and subscribe. Do help me to get my subscriber count up by subscribing to my channel and getting my watch hours up. And yeah, then I can keep making content for you and getting videos out to you. So enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you have a blessed week, and I will see you again soon. Lots of love to you. Bye for now. Bye bye.